Welcome back everyone to CSI Kuttenberg, where we are about to talk to Lumiere in order to maybe get some more intel on those on this gruesome series of murders. In particular, I am very interested to find out whether the other girls that have been found dead were missing any body parts or hair. So let's try to talk to him.
Lumiere?
Oh, Christ, my head. Not so loud.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Oh, we got something.
Some hangover. He's useless to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off.
No.
I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion.
Nope.
This should sober him up.
Yep. Hair of the dog. There you go, buddy.
Here. Drink up. Better?
What? What are you doing here? Who are you?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the rat house? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumiere the madman.
Why? Yeah.
They say that about you. Why?
Because I was just on some wild goose chase. And what came of it? Absolutely nothing.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
Oh, just wait and see. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? That's not good. Not good at all. I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
Is that why you started drinking? Because you got mocked? Yeah, we can. Or we could use our brains.
Because I'm not stupid, and I notice things. I've successfully solved a murder before.
Exactly.
Is that so? A murder investigation under your belt. And educated and observant, too.
Well, I said I'm not stupid. Not that I'm educated. I can read and write, too. Sometimes even count.
If only more people knew.
But
the
only
difference.
sometimes.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid, too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the
Okay.
same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls, Stanya and Zdena.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor, and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
But He seems to have a type, so he can't actually hate all the women. Or maybe he hates all the women, but just a particular type, particularly fearsome. I don't know. Yeah, details. Give us deets.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the Church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. The murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the two girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Yeah, but
Did you
maybe we
suspect
can get
anybody?
some...
You could suspect every
intel out
second
of them.
man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this mole
in the hole.
Yeah, he still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
Okay. And can you tell us anything about the others?
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty, and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff.
Yeah, we
Kuttenberg
heard.
is a big city with a lot of people.
We are in it right now.
silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always something going on. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Well... maybe we need to talk to the bailiff in order to find out. No, do you
Did you have any
suspects
suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always drag the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. The most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul.
Which we are going
He
to
should know the
see
most
and
about
talk to.
The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. And the
In the
last
Wall,
victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful,
And brunette. That's the first time he said something about the color of their hair. That was a detail I was looking for. And what about, the mutilations? You mentioned they were all mutilated, but you didn't really go into specifics. Were they missing body parts? Good to know everything I need. No, it's not everything we need to know.
Good.
But,
I know everything I need to know.
When you learn something more, stop by and see me. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
We'll see. Okay, try to find out what happened to Stanya at the alehouse. Learn more about... Yeah, we will go and see Father Prokop, because he's right around the corner, right? There he is. Right, Father! Bugger. Can't get through here.
Oh, it's you. Back already?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
It sure does. Go on then. How was it?
What can I say? Prague is a whole different world compared to this old place.
Did you bring anything back with you?
Empty pockets and a whole lot of gossip.
Nope, you're just a priest. A normal priest. We need Father Prokop. There he is.
Sin is a sin. Pray to God for forgiveness, and pray for the purity of your thoughts.
Exactly.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
Well...
Father, I need to ask you a few questions.
I don't have time for theological discussions, my son.
And
That's
neither
not
do
why
we.
I'm here. My name's Henry, and I wanted to ask about the murder that happened recently. Someone killed and gutted a young maidservant and left her body lying by the city walls. And I hear it's not the first time this has happened.
Another one murdered. May the Lord grant her eternal rest. Why is it you ask?
Well,
Somebody is murdering maids here. We have to put an end to it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, but those poor souls are already at God's side. And revenge never...
I don't want revenge. I want to stop more killing. That's a better reason, isn't it?
True enough. What do you need to know?
One of the other victims was a girl named Yarka. But I reckon you know that, don't you? What can you tell me about her?
About Yarka. She was an ordinary girl. She served the von Groll family.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you know Yorka from?
I knew her since she was a little girl. Knew her family.
And?
I was her uncle.
Mm-hmm.
When my brother and his wife died, I took care of her.
You raised her? A priest with a child?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not the first of the clergy to have a child on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But at least everyone knew Yarka wasn't my own daughter.
No offense, but how did you know what to do? Without a wife, without a family? I would have been lost.
I was a bit, when she was smaller, it was fine, but when she grew up a bit, maybe I was too hard on her.
What does that mean?
Why do you think you were too hard on her?
Yarko was an orphan, with no family and no possessions. Her only chance of a good life was a good upbringing. And then, a husband. But the more I led her in that direction, the more she resisted me.
How did she rebel against you?
She wouldn't listen. She ran away. She ran around with all sorts. And how did it turn out? She died. And in sin. Such a disgrace.
Disgrace? What the devil are you talking about?
She was pregnant! Even if she had lived, what then? Nobody would want to marry her anymore.
How does that even work? Did you have her with you at the presbytery?
When she was small, I could. But when she grew up, she had to go. It wouldn't look right.
You're well off, though. Couldn't you provide for her?
I couldn't. Even if she had been my very own. More so, since she was my brother's.
But how come?
The church's property always remains the church's. They keep a close eye on that.
Yeah.
Who do you think killed her?
Oh, bugger.
William, that pig of Satan. He gambles in the tavern on All Saints' Day and leads the locals astray. Yarka always went there to listen to music. I'm sure he got her with child.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he killed her.
Why do you think it was William? Do you have any evidence?
Evidence? He's a skirt chaser, a tool of Satan. He messes with poor girls' heads.
And does anyone else come to mind? No other man spoke with her?
No, absolutely not.
So why don't you like Lumiere?
Why don't you respect Lumiere?
That's my business. You needn't concern yourself
No,
about
no.
that. I
Spill
won't
it.
tell you anything.
Well, we'll see about that. Hard or medium? Do we want to go play the religious card or... We have better stats, but it also says hard.
Come now,
let's-
Father. I'm not just asking out of curiosity. This is about all the dead girls. Isn't it written in scripture? Speak up for those who have no voice.
A layman
Yes.
quotes the Bible to me. Fine.
Take that.
Lumiere accused me of her murder.
Uh-huh.
Yes. He slandered me in public.
And how... What happened then?
It turned out he was deranged. How could he even think such a thing? He's finished in Kuttenberg.
I've heard enough, Father. I'll be going.
Son, I'll give you some good advice. Don't listen to Lumiere. That man has gone completely mad.
He might have gone off his rocker, but I don't think he went completely mad. I mean... he seems rather lost, not mad. Oh well, Stania, learn more about Stana. So, but, don't we need to investigate the site? Bugger, I want to investigate the site where they found her, where they found the girl. Oh well. Let's fast travel here. Yes.
Way. He was staring at you. No, I wasn't.
Oh, another one. Okay. Nope. Can we go through here and then here and then here and get to there? All right, let's go. I want to see the site where they found the girl. With our own eyes. Wait, can we? Wait, what? Oh, can't get through here. Bum. Is there maybe? No. Okay. Gotta find a way.
Beautiful. Like the Garden of Eden.
Oh, this is the Garden of Eden. Cool. Well then, let's get out of here before he gets really angry. Okay, so Garden of Eden, but we need to get here. Bugger. I was hoping we could, you know, shortcut it, but no dice. So let's get this way. Let's get going this way. So yeah, but too bad Lumiere didn't say anything or didn't give much detail about the mutilation of the other girls. As I said, it would be... yeah, look at that. Bloodbath. Damn. Alright, she was definitely killed here.
I've just got this nasty premonition. What premonition? I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon.
Yeah. It's quite a premonition. So yeah, everything leads back to the hole in the wall. So let's get there. Too bad we couldn't, we didn't get a prompt at the bloody site of the murder to investigate further. And to you, buddy, and to you. So.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
What are you here for, friend?
Well.
Did Estania work here?
Stanya. Maybe. It depends on who's asking.
Come
My
on,
name's
you know
Henry.
us.
Names don't interest me. The main thing is whether it's a good guest or a bad guest asking? What kind of guest are you?
Oh, we are the best of guests.
I'm a good guest.
Really? Let's see. Do you know how to recognize a good guest?
It's filthy again.
By the
Well.
fact he spends a lot of coin?
Aye. I like talking to them kind of guests. A lot. So,
Alright.
what'll it be, my good man?
Okay.
What if I simply paid you and you tell me what I want to know?
Ask away.
I want to know if Stanya worked here.
She did. And she don't know more. What's it to you?
I heard
Yeah,
she
we knew as
disappeared
much.
without a trace. So I'm trying to find out if anyone had anything to do with it.
It's possible. The chamber she was sleeping in here was totally ransacked. The door open. Everything emptied out. And Stanya was gone. All I found were bloody footprints.
Tell me something else.
First, you'll have another beer. Or is it time to pay?
What?
If you want to ask, you have to drink. Didn't you get that?
You're quite the extortionist.
I prefer to be called an enterprising man of trade.
Yeah.
So, what'll it be?
No, let's yeah, let's
I'm
pay
getting
you.
tired of this. I'll give you the money up front, and that's all you'll get. Whether I'm a good guest or bad. Got it? Now you're gonna spill it. Got it?
All right, all right.
Did anybody see what actually happened when Stanya disappeared?
No, it was at night. Nobody saw or heard anything. The tavern tends to be empty at that hour. And you won't meet many people on the street, neither.
What was Stanya like? What can you tell me about her?
A bold woman. One has to be here. Everyone's ballsy here unless you nib it in the bud right away. She was hanging around a bard for a while. I don't know how close they were, but she also had another suitor.
Someone from the city?
No, a charcoal burner. I heard he was from somewhere in the, Vrchlitz Valley. I think his name was Barton?
Think?
What do you know about that bard?
What about him? He's a minstrel, a skirt chaser.
Yeah,
what
so
more
we
can I
heard.
say? He called himself William. As far as I
Called?
know, he plays in the miners' tavern in the evenings. But sometimes he shows up here, too.
You think he might have been the one who...
Now that you mention it, he cleared out of town for a while and only came back not long ago. It could be him, all right. I know he met with some odd people and talked about God knows what, like bloody spies. Besides, you know what minstrels are like. Lasses just flock to them. And like they say, opportunity makes the thief.
Or in this case, a murderer. Apart from those men, did anyone else know Stanya? I mean, more intimately.
Well, I got bad news for you. She had two close friends, but you won't get much out of either of them.
Why?
One was hit by a cart, even before Stanya disappeared. And she died. And the other one got married and moved away.
Okay.
How did Stanya's room look?
The door was wide open. Most of her things were gone, but some remained. And there was blood all over the place.
Blood? Was there a lot?
Not so much, really. More like hand or footprints. But they were near everywhere. If someone done her in, they definitely didn't do it in that chamber.
Yeah, but the blood must have come from somewhere, and I assume it did come from her.
Where can I find this Barton?
I already told you. In the Vrchlitz Valley.
Could you be a
Yeah.
bit more precise?
I don't know that bloke at all. All I know is he's a charcoal burner. So if I was you, I'd look somewhere around the charcoal kilns.
That's all I need to know.
So where is that? Oh, down here, eh? Okay. Gotta talk to that charcoal burner. And we will, but first let's talk to... Learn more about Zdena, the thief's fate. From you, eh? Strnat. Okay.
Are you Sternat?
Strnat.
The one that went with Zdena?
Who the fuck are you?
Just an ordinary bloke who has some questions.
Well then, piss off. You won't get any answers here. All you're gonna get here is a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, maybe we can come to an agreement.
Why so rash? That kind of attitude will do you no favours. Let's make a deal. You tell me everything you know about Zdena, and I'll make sure you're no worse for wear.
Ah. You're the lord what that whore robbed. Don't worry about it. She weren't nothing but a lying bitch.
So, if I understand correctly, we can make a deal?
For the right price, I'll tell you all I know.
Okay. Well then, spill it.
Is this the right price?
You fucking bet it is. Ask away and I'll tell you everything.
Where can I find Zdena?
Aye. That's what I like to fucking know too. Last time I saw her... Well, that'd be back when she managed to fleece you.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to find her.
I can well imagine. Well, she went to Rabstein Mill. It's quite a long ways away. She had some unfinished business with some bloke called Pint. Ain't nobody seen her since then.
What can you tell me about Zdena?
What do you want to hear? I try to keep her out of trouble, but there's just no helping some women.
So you were taking care of her?
Well, just in front of the others. Other than that, she did what she wanted. Always made her mind up and did things her own way.
So you weren't too fond of her?
Not really, no. But she did have a knack for making coin.
Did she have any friends or lovers who'd know more? Did anybody come here to see her?
Who come to see that bitch? She was always off somewhere, seeing someone. Although, once...
Someone came to see her?
Well, aye. Some stuffed frock came here once. All old and decrepit. He said he had some job for her. That she should leave behind her sinful life and all that shit. But he left empty-handed. She told him to go to hell.
Do you know who that priest was?
Some fucking Prokop or Pravoslav or some such shit. But that reminds me. I saw her a couple of times with another bastard. That fucking bard, William.
Yeah, so we heard. Question William the Minstrel.
And could she have run away with this bard, William?
With that lily-livered fop? Well, he ain't been seen in town for some time, but I think someone was out to get him. He still don't come here no more. He plucks that loot of his in the miners' tavern. The wee shit.
What do you know about this priest?
Not much. Seems they knew each other from before. And he had some job for her somewhere. Serving as a maid or something. But she weren't stupid. She told him to fuck right off.
And did he go?
Aye, indeed. He didn't look like the kind of fella that had knocked some sense into a woman. I think he just told her if she changed her mind to come and see him. Or some shit like that.
And could she have changed her mind and gone to him? And that's why nobody's seen her?
No, no. She took off. I'm sure about that.
I've heard enough.
Okay, so William minus Tavern. Okay, well, question you. But down there, learn more about Zdena, the thief's fate. Huh. Rabstein Mill ruin. What's this? Old Lothar. Huh. Well, we can fast travel to Denmark and then make the rest of the way. Huh. This is very interesting. So let's go and wash ourselves. And let's see if we can't find that for our bestest girl. Come here, Pebbles. Yes.
Come here.
Good girl. By the way, we need to praise Mott and feed him as well.
Easy, good horse.
But first, let's get to that inn, shall we? Yeah, I know about the speed limit here. Pebbles, we know. So, what is the quickest way? Probably through here. Or the main? Yeah, the main street. Alright. Do we have a... I don't think we have a fast travel point there, right? Oh no, we have here, but, nah.
Hey, you nearly
Let's
ran
ride
into
it.
me.
Yeah, nearly. Nearly. Oh.
What the?
Okay, I need to take a left turn right here.
Ow!
Peps, you need to work on your people skills.
You almost ran.
Yeah, almost, lady, almost.
Are you blind?
Not me, but our horses. Alright. Let's park you
Whoa.
right here. Got some grass, so you should be okay. Alright, so let's go and see that bond right there. Need to go through here though. In here, eh? Lucas, the half friar? What? Okay. Bard William! Now look here, Bill. Let's sit down. Now, Bill, we need to talk.
Right? I need to talk to you.
What is it? Do we know each other? Do I owe you money?
My
Yes.
name's Henry, and no, we don't know each other, and you don't owe me money. But we do have something in common. We have a lot of mutual friends.
What? What do you want of me? I don't have to talk to you.
Well... Okay, so that's easy and this is hard. I can talk to the guards about you. Yeah, but we don't actually know of him doing anything wrong, right? I mean, there's no law against skirt chasing and womanizing, so...
Well, you don't have to, that's
let's
true.
try threats.
But you should. It's in your own best interest.
What are you talking about?
If you don't start giving me some answers right now, I reckon you'll end up begging in the streets. Because I'll break all your fingers, and you'll never play the lute again, you miserable minstrel.
What? No! Come on, I didn't do anything!
Stop whining and talk, or I'll be the
Okay,
one doing
lost
something to
reputation
you.
though.
Come on! Alright then. Ask away.
Did you know Alice?
I know a lot of Alice's. You have to be more specific.
The one they found dead somewhere below the town walls.
Oh, her. I didn't know her, but I heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard she used to go to dances.
Yeah, and? I'm not the only musician in the city. I really didn't know her.
Huh.
They say she had a rich young suitor. Do you know anything about that?
Me? Do I look rich to you? I get paid in food.
But you could at least pass yourself off as wealthy.
Or I could claim to be the Virgin Mary. but I doubt anyone would believe me.
And did you ever meet Yarka? It was a long time ago, but I heard she used to hang around you a lot. And Father Prokop didn't like it.
Oh, that one. Aye, she was very keen on my company for a while, but then she stopped coming.
Because somebody killed her.
I know what happened was a tragedy, but it wasn't my fault. She stopped talking to me long before that. Honest.
And did you know she was pregnant?
What? Yarka was... That's horrible. Who would kill a pregnant woman?
That's what I'd like to find out. What about the unwilling father-to-be? It wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
What? Mine? I never even got under her skirt. We just flirted a bit, and then she stopped coming by.
And can you tell me anything else about it?
I don't know anything. It was a long time ago. You said so yourself.
And I hear you knew Stanya.
Which one do you mean?
The alehouse wench from the hole. I heard you had something with her too.
Well, she batted her eyes at me a couple of times when I was still playing there. A nice girl, but I didn't know her much.
Well, the innkeeper Mole told me a different story. He said you were the one coming on to her.
Fine, we had a bit of fun together. But she was always the one who started it.
And aren't you just saying that because she left you?
Oh, come on! I could have any woman, if I wanted. The innkeeper must have got it mixed up. He's an old drunkard after all. If I was you, I wouldn't take him too seriously.
And what about Zdena? You knew her, right?
Do I know Zdena? As wild as the wind and always full of life. And those nimble fingers. You always had to check your purse around her.
Did she steal something from you?
A travelling minstrel doesn't have much to steal, but she was well aware of that. She was on the lookout for some better prey.
You don't happen to know who she wanted to rob?
There were lots. Anyone she thought was rich enough who let her ply her charms for a while. Like young von Groller. When he started coming here, she got to him right away. Said she was gonna rob him blind. As far as I know, she didn't succeed. If she robbed a noble like von Groller, word would get around. Look, why are you asking me about all this? You don't seriously think I killed her, do you?
Well, you did know them all.
And? I'm surely not the only one.
That may be true. But everybody knows you're a skirt chaser, and they were all pretty girls. And now, they're dead.
But I had nothing to do with it!
So you didn't do anything to them?
No! Why would I? What would I get out of it? It doesn't make any sense. It goes against God.
You dare invoke God?
I admit I'm no saint, but for Christ's sake, I'd never kill anybody. I actually believe him.
Good. I believe you. But if any clue leads me back here to you, I won't give you a second chance.
You won't hear about me again, I swear to God.
Okay. So, but this von Groller, that's not the first time we heard that name. It was mentioned to us before. God, eh? Can we talk to that von Groller dude? Guy? Fella? Rania got the inn. Oh right, that's the band of the devil. So I guess we need to get out of the city in order to find that charcoal burner, talk to him, and in order to learn more about Zdena. And hopefully our investigation will turn up some valuable intel. So, but first, I think it's high time for us to take a break. And when we come back, we will be on our way to the charcoal burner down here. And yeah, from there we will go to learn more about Stena. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if so, hope to see you in the next one.
Back
Until then,
Looks like it,
bye.
doesn't it?
It sure does. Go on then. How was it?
What can I say?